So I think it was yesterday or the day before. I think it was Sunday. They want to mention his daughter's. He want his daughter to pull up. Basically, over the weekend, he says he want his daughter to pull up. He starts furnishing, furnishing like stuff up there and shit like that. And I'm just like, okay. And then uh, yesterday or the day before, um, he starts mentioning that his daughter had court and was fighting custody and blah blah blah. Now he never mentioned that to me, and I find it funny. Even when I moved in, he was renting to the two people he was renting to, and I just find it funny how basically there's ties to everything leading to him. Now I am known for overthinking, and I'm usually always right, except the people that are some people that are included in my situations are going to fight me over how I think, my thinking format and whatnot. And it's like, bitch, you can't think like me, bitch, because you're not Latina. You can't think like me, bitch, because you wasn't raised like me. You can't think like me because, bitch, this is not happening to you. And so it's frustrating trying to prove my point half the time. And so he tells me now that, his daughter's pulling up. I'm not really liking the idea, and I feel like I should be liking the idea, but I just don't trust the idea. Number one, we don't know how long this girl's gonna be here. Number two, if she was trusted, she would have the key to here, and she doesn't. So I don't trust it. As you can see in my videos, I'm mentioning certain things like, I don't know her. I'm a couple years older than her, but we're not married. I'm not married to her father, so technically that's not my stepdaughter, and shit like that. But I'm not gonna be played. And once I feel played, I'm gonna let her know. Things will be mentioned to her, and I fear that she might be the reason me and her father might not end up together, like for very long. I pray that it's not a setup. I pray that she has nothing to do with my situations at all. I pray that it's just coincidence that she's going through some shit that I already went through. It's not ironic. It's not like out the blue that on purpose her baby daddy might have her go to court to fight custody so she could have something good to claim. So she could have something good to brag about. Um, I'm wondering why the fuck the bitch left her house to go fuck around in my city. For what? Bitch, you mad young. Why so many kids? Get to work, get to school. Don't depend on me because I'm about to have a kid. Don't depend on me just so I could be a stay at home mom. You're not the reason I want to be a stay at home mom. You make sure you have your shit together. But I find it ironic how, like, so the whole time I was here, the whole time I moved here, your little daughter got court? She fighting custody? And then, I'm hearing all these comparisons, all these court questions. Bitch, I don't know you. And I'm just saying, my family is not really that bright when it comes to fucking with me. So I'm not surprised if they got you pulling all these weird scenarios just to prove what. Um, and I just thought that was funny. Kind of funny how my bank card ain't get here yet it's been scanned by the postal service. So I'm trying to figure out why is this was coming in before, like why are you telling me this now before, I could get to the bank type shit. Like, why I gotta be worrying about this and overthinking about this before I can enjoy my little money? if I could pay my bills? Why I gotta look bad so your chick could look good? Why? And I hate when I'm doing it out of kindness. I don't mind looking hit so you can look cute. I don't mind venting about my issues so that you can learn from this shit. I don't mind. But then when it's like being thrown back in my face, why? Why? And then like I be coming at him and I don't want to come at him about his daughter. But I still can't find my dress. You done found, ironically, you done found my black panty just the other day. Where's my dress? Where's my long sleeve? Because all of that was together. And thank God my panty was clean, which means I would have washed all three items. Which means wherever that was, my dress and my long sleeve is. But he insists that it's in my mama's crib, and I'm just like, okay. So when is Mija pulling up? Because like when I leave, it's not surprising that she might pull up. It's not surprising that now this is how my mind is set up. It's not surprising now that this is how I gotta think. It's not surprising. What would be surprising if she is in and nothing is missing. I pray that when she is in, she doesn't annoy me. She doesn't get under my skin. Whatever she does to try to irk me is obvious to me and I don't have to pay it no mind. But when it comes to my things, please play. Please play. When it comes to my kids, please try to insult me. Please do. Please act like you know me. Please try to mimic my pain and my hurt. Please try me. Because I don't think you want to go that route. Um, you done gave me some money over the weekend, these past couple of weeks, and I've been trying to save it so that when I open my bank account, I can just deposit the whole shit. I don't gotta keep going back and forth. I don't have to do all this extra shit. He can stop giving me cash and enter my deposits to my account like normal people. He already took money out of what he gave me, out of what I just budgeted. So what, later get yelled at? For what? So you can not clean my food right? For what? So it could look like I'm copping shit when I'm not? For what? For what? Please know what you're giving me. Please deduct that off whatever the fuck you're dealing with. Please let your boss know you got your girl you're giving money to and you rather do it this way. Please organize yourself before the baby pull up. Please do these little things I'm asking you to do so that we don't have these issues. Please try. Please try. Because before I pulled up, you knew I was in school. You knew I was depending on my financial aid. You knew I was depending on my credit card. And you knew. You insisted on saying you was gonna help me with school, you was gonna help me with my kids' expenses, with my personal expenses and shit like that. If you cannot do, let me know. Stop pretending you can, and then when you have a couple drinks in you, I need to lend you what the fuck you just gave me. I don't feel comfortable doing that because it brings back old memories. I have an alky of a father. That nigga used to give me bread and then he used to take that shit back just to go hit the liquor store. Don't be pulling shit like that insulting my intelligence because you and your little friends done overheard stories about my childhood through my fucking ex. Don't let me get mad to the point where I will have to fuck up my ex. Don't let me get mad because I know my ex is saying all this extra shit about me when he has no business in saying anything about me. He shouldn't even be claiming me. Don't get me mad trying to involve me in some dumbass scamming shit that y'all got going on between y'all. Don't get me mad because you will regret it. Be upset at yourself if you had me when I was younger. Because today, as an adult, bitch, no. Now, thank God I went to the hospital when I fucking went to the hospital. Because you cannot keep playing me for too long. I'm about to pop. Like, you figure it out. God forgive me if I'm overthinking too much because I don't know your child. But I'm like I said, I'm usually not wrong. And when I am, it's petty little shit. And then when I feel like this is how strongly I feel, something has to happen for me to be proven otherwise. If not, then that's just how I'm a feel and how I'm a think. I don't give a fuck. And so you had this bitch pretend she in my city living the whole time the bitch had court. I don't know how long she had court, but I'm just assuming it's just as long as I had court, and I had court for a minute. From August, when I got my papers about child support, up until just recently. And that's a lot of months. And I've been here 6 months. So you do the math. So I don't know what intentions. I know when I moved in, there was a bitch already here. I'm like, I'm not feeling this. She acting this way. Are y'all fucking? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Nah, I'm not with it. The bitch left. The bitch left, and she still owed rent. Not, at not one point did he say he went and got his rent. I'm not saying Bay is pussy. I'm just saying something had to happen for you not to charge this bitch rent. That's just an example. Number two, I don't know if she done been here with double intentions. I don't know if they didn't send her here, referred here, just to be messy. Either way, I don't give a fuck. I don't want those kind of vibes around me. He talking about I should have been honest with him and let him know that I'd rather have been living alone just with him. What? You're the one that said you wasn't gonna be renting for too long. That was too long. 3 weeks, at least a month long. Because at least a month she was here with me. Now, once did the bitch ever say hello? The first day I saw her, she looked at me. She was like, "What is this? Some shit within herself." I'm not. I don't have to answer to that. She saw me. She fixed up her lunch. She went to work, and I barely see her. I barely seen her when I was here. Bay went to work for 3 weeks, left me here with the bitch. Ain't nothing pop off. So I, the bitch had to go. Um, she just had to go. Now, there was an incident where I couldn't find some shit, like a wig glue or some shit. And I thought since the last time when she was here, I thought that maybe the bitch took it. But that's neither here nor there. Thank God she didn't. I found it, and that was that. But other than that, I don't know what about her was rubbing me the wrong way. I'm not an insecure bitch. I feel like we would have got along had we gotten there, but we didn't get there. So it's irrelevant anyway. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to study make moves, enjoy motherhood, and hopefully be a wife. But I feel like compared to what the fuck he was telling me before, it's not looking like that. Sometimes I feel like he'd rather me be naive and um be what the fuck real Latina to him, as far as him with the male role and me as the female role. I gotta be in the kitchen 24/7 washing dishes, cooking, and all this doing laundry and shit. Nah, I don't. That's where my independence comes from. Because I don't. I feel like if I do, it's because I want to cater to you, not because I. Now, obviously, to a certain level, I have to keep it going so another bitch don't take my man. But don't get it twisted. You can cook. Before I moved, you was chefing it up. That's what kind of got me interested in you. Some days I need me a chef. Um, some days I need me a guy that could do for him. On days I don't like, I'm not feeling it. On days I'm overwhelmed. On days I'm stressed. On days I'm tired. On days I'm not feeling well. On days I have my period. Like, but don't get it twisted. Don't take my kindness for weakness. And like, I feel like at no point did he mention to me that his daughter was going through, like, had a case. I know there was a situation where he mentioned to me, she gotta be careful because they can take her kids away, type shit. But at no point did he say she was going through court or nothing like that. Now it's none of my business, but I just feel like me mentioning shit about court with my case, why not mention your daughter had a court case in my city? Like, I'm not assuming it was there, but she supposedly lives in my city. So why not mention that to me? I'm not even sure if that played a factor in what the fuck I gotta pay for child support now. You know? To them, I mean, I don't know. I mean, not that they would have known, but like, what if they, like, you can't, like, really have too much shit going over your head. Like, and I feel like when I put two and two together sometimes, it really surprises people and I be scared. Like, you cannot be this naive. I don't know everything, but I do know that the court would most likely do background checks, would most likely be nosy, would most likely compare information, sometimes based off of address, based off of parents, based off of phone number. Someone in the system already claiming that same shit is gonna pop up. So I just find it funny. And like I mentioned in my previous videos, I don't know, already heard about girls around my age going through the same shit. And honestly, I didn't give a fuck. Because I don't fuck with nobody. And I feel like, why is this what's happening with these bitches? I don't like feeling like I'm a role model. And like, if you fuck up, it's my fault. So that's just my whole point. Um, and like he says, the day she pull up, she better be getting ready to go to work. If she asks you to babysit, she better be paying you. Yeah, 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 yeah. All that is great and dandy, but like, don't be playing with my income then. Because she gonna do the same shit. And I'm not feeling that. Don't wait till I put a amount on my budget and the next minute you talking about, babe, can I get this? Nah. Go somewhere with that. That's how I feel. And it's like, this is exactly why when I'm at work, when I have me a little job, I don't want nobody fucking with me. I like getting my own money. I don't like depending on niggas to give me money. Because at some point, They can't even make you feel like you deserve it. They gotta make you feel like you hoeing for it. And nah, the day I hoe for some money, I'm gonna be an expensive hoe. Best believe it. So motherfuckers already know that. And they try to play. They trying to downplay. And you can't think that I'm not putting two and two together. You can't think that you're gonna treat me a certain way and your daughter not going it's not gonna backfire on your daughter. I don't wish nothing on the little girl, 'cause she a little girl. But at the same time, don't think she gonna play me. Don't play me so she could think she could play me. And that's just bottom line. Um, my mother had my older siblings before she had me. And my father knew about them, and he still tried to play her. And so then he caught himself trying to compare his situation with her situation when his situation came way after us. So you can't compare the two. When you met her, you knew she had two other kids, and you still took her as she was, but then it bothered you eventually. I'm not trying to go through that. He ended up having my little sister way down the line. That's not the same shit. That's not the same shit. And so I don't want to go through that. I accepted him for what he was. I knew he had a daughter. And now I'm about to have a baby. And just last week, you telling me your daughter didn't know I was pregnant? What am I to believe? Is that what so you didn't tell her during the whole time she had a court case? Like, I don't get it. It's just like little irony, little ironic shit that just don't be making no damn sense to me. So what is she to do now that she's done with court? She won her little case and everything. Now you want to tell her I'm pregnant? Like, so for what? So she can pretend she gives a fuck when I know she doesn't? Nah, don't play me. Don't be on my face with that dumb shit. I don't like it. I don't want it. Okay? I can accept her introducing herself or you introducing me to her. Hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah. But that's about it. I don't want too much. Like, nah, that shit sounds shady to me, and I don't want problems. But you're not about to play me. Um, for as long as I've been here, if she has popped up, she most likely popped up like once or twice. Other than that, it might have not even have been her. Whoever did popped up like it was her, and it's like y'all niggas is too immature for me. Um, and it's like this is when I was downstairs, like I could hear motherfuckers in front of the door when the roommate was here. And so I just assumed it was her because I heard kids, and so I assumed it was her, but I wasn't sure. So nobody's gonna make me leave the bed I was laying in to go check. Like nobody's looking for me, nobody's coming for me, so I shouldn't be that concerned. I didn't ask him to change the beds. I didn't at first I didn't feel comfortable laying on people's beds. Like I don't know who the fuck was here. And he still has to before I lay my baby on any of the beds. Um, but I'm just like, I don't. Sometimes when I make these complaints, I feel like I gotta question myself. Like, is this for real? Like, am I too bougie for thinking like this? Am I too bougie for feeling this way? Was I raised right? You know. But ain't nothing wrong with me as far as what I just mentioned. I feel like it's totally normal. Um, and I don't know. Like why wouldn't you tell me? Like why would I just now know? Like they done changed what the fuck I gotta pay twice. Um from November of last year up until recently. And then like Why the fuck would you tell me I gotta pay a certain amount, and when I pay it, it's being returned to me, and then you're still billing me? Mad annoying for what? So I'm just over it. Um, and I hope that this doesn't escalate to some more drama. I don't like drama. Um, I don't like feeling aggressive. I don't like feeling like if I decide too quick, I'm making a error or I'm making a mistake. I like to think things through. Um, and yeah, like, don't make me regret that I chose you. Don't make me regret that I'm with you. Don't make me regret that I'd rather pick you and not fuck with my family because how hypocritical they are. Don't make me regret fucking with you because I could always fuck with my damn self. So it's like, make it make sense. Just don't make me regret. Don't fuck up. Don't be like that person I disliked when I was young. Don't be the evil side of my father. Don't be the disturbing side of my father. Don't be that nigga. Um, I praise all the good sides. I praise all the good sides, but just be yourself. Like, I don't want no problems over your child. I don't want you having problems over my kids. So I feel like that's just a perfect base for a blended family foundation. Like, I'm trying to go to New York soon. I don't want no problem. um, I don't know if we should make it like a whole family thing, or maybe she should pull up and meet me when he meets my kids. I don't know, but we'll figure it out hopefully. And there's too many ironic situations going on that just don't make sense. A lot of these celebrities are starting to look like each other. A lot of these celebrities are starting to remind me of certain folks that I shouldn't even be thinking about. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? And I feel like if you think that way, they make you feel like you a fucking crackhead or some shit. And nobody got time for all of that. Um, I don't know. Is it like motherfuckers' rides? Is it the money that they invest towards the drugs? Like, what the fuck is it? I would like for someone to let me know. Um, I was being served some whack ass weed just a few months ago, and for what? So your bitch could think that I'm feeding what? But that's neither here nor there. Um, I just gotta be on alert. I gotta make sure I remember what the fuck I'm here for. I gotta make sure what the fuck are my goals. I can't let little shit like that phase me. Um, I'm too good. I'm too good for a lot of y'all. I'm too good for my own nigga. He's probably too good for me as well. So it's like, if we see signs that it's not gonna work, we might as well, you know, not continue to confuse each other. I just feel like that's how it should be. Um, but I'm not trying to give up neither. So I just I feel like she's already showing me signs like trying to test me and shit, and that's okay. But just remember that your father has a heart, your father has feelings, your father has made decisions with or without you, and you cannot be playing with his emotions. I'm not going to let you play with his emotions, and you're not going to play with mine. Because I wouldn't be playing with yours. So it's like, if that's not where everyone is at with it, I don't want to co-live with anyone who doesn't agree to that. Um, at all. Like, not even at my mama's crib. I'm trying to actually get all my shit out of there. And give her empty space so she could, be more free or whatever the case is. But if shit with me and Bay don't work out, eventually I'm gonna get my own spot. Like, I'm not gonna stay where I'm not wanted. I'm not gonna stay where I'm gonna keep getting played like like a fucking doormat. Like, no, not at all. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm setting my goals correctly, that I'm being patient with myself and with my partner and with others and all that good stuff. Making sure I'm a little stable before I give birth, before I make any other big decisions. I did want to get married before having the baby, but I still feel like that would be a rushed decision. I feel like while there's still things off my little list that I have going on for a husband, if all of those are not met, then I'm just not gonna get married. And so that's why sometimes I watch these videos about these celebrities because sometimes we do look up to these celebrities. If we don't really have enough around us, enough regular people around us to look up to. There were a lot of beautiful couples that, we enjoyed the little love stories and then we followed up and we heard some sad stories and shit like that. And it's like, wow, but other than that, you gotta wonder, well, if these motherfuckers didn't last, then what the fuck, In a way, it kind of helps because it's like, oh, okay, there was cheating involved. Oh, okay, wow. Still like, oh, okay, wow. And then it's like, imagine in your regular life, what the fuck could be going on? And I don't want to go through that once I sign. Once I sign, I'm signing to the person that is really taking care of my heart, is really not playing me out here, is really looking out, is really a beautiful person in and out. Not no one that's just gonna use me. I'm not with it. But time is ticking and I just cannot tell. Like, is this when people go and get like a fortune, their fortune read or some shit? Because that's how I'm feeling. But yeah, I'll make another video later. Let's see what else comes to mind.